Early this morning, a huge explosion woke us up out of bed, and I came out into the grove to find this. That is a huge electrical fire caused by this pole falling over and the lines running down the row of my avocados. I don't have it in me really to dwell on it and talk about it a lot because it kind of hits me pretty hard. I lost maybe about, what, 1/15, so what's that? Maybe about 8 or 9% of my crop this year because of that. But I thought you might be interested in seeing what we do out here when we have little disasters, because when you're remote, when you're not in the city, things happen. And right now we don't have any power, which we're on a well, we're on an electric pump, which means we don't have any water, means we don't have any air conditioning. So come on, I'll show you what we do when this happens. All right, so the first thing Noe does is she removes the screen, and we have got, here, show them, a piece of cardboard that's identical in size to the screen, and you'll see we have a hole cut out for the exhaust for the air conditioning, and we have a little flap to let the extension cord come in with power. So Noe, go ahead and stick that in there. This ain't like a permanent job, you know what I mean? This is only going to be a day, maybe a couple of days. Now the next thing we got to do is put the AC exhaust so the hot air blows outside of the bedroom. And that we just tape to the cardboard. Noe, can you run some tape kind of half and half along the top of that?
Of course.
There you go. Air conditioners make a lot of water. Now yours has a unit outside, or if you've got one of those window units, it drips water. Well, this is going to be indoors. So this 5-gallon bucket, I just put on the ground, on the floor that is, and I route the drainage hose into the bucket. And past experience, 5 gallons is more than enough to get us through the night. Now, before we go outside to hook up the generator, Noe is going to route our extension cord out the little flap there. Go ahead. Okay. All right, so we'll grab and pull what we need out there. And now we have our setup all sealed up to keep the cool air inside and the mosquitoes outside. I got this little portable 2500 watt generator, which is more than enough to run what we need to run in the bedroom. And I know some of you are already down in the comments saying, well, why don't you have a generator that automatically kicks in when you lose power? Or why don't you have a big generator that's got 220 on it and you can run your pump and all that stuff? And I have a very simple answer for that. That kind of stuff is expensive. And I don't need to spend $30,000 for a generator that I might use for 5 or 6 nights every 5 years or every 3 years when I get a storm. I could take that $30,000 and just go stay at the Ritz-Carlton if I want to, and I'll still work out ahead at the end of it all. Plus, as I'm working around the farm, if I need electric, I could bring this with me and use it at the job site. If we go camping, I could bring this with me and get electric at the campsite. Come on, I'll show you how I set this up outside the bedroom. So something you need to know about a generator is they create exhaust. And exhaust is carbon monoxide. So the last thing you want to do is put this right underneath your bedroom window. You want to put the generator somewhere away from the window so the wind will blow the carbon monoxide away so it doesn't collect under the eaves of your roof, creep back into your house and kill you. So I'm just going to set this thing right here. And if you look, the wall to the house, that's about 10 feet back. And there's the window that we put our little cardboard. So let me go get the extension cord. Here's a cord. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it on choke. Start this sucker up. That's running. You can't even hear it. Beautiful. Let's go back in the house, fire up the lights and the AC. All right, we're back in the house. You can hear the reassuring hum of the generator out there. Here's the other end of the extension cord, so I'm just gonna plug it into this power strip. Then we can run our lights, our phone chargers, and the AC off of this power strip. So hopefully we'll have light. Well, there we go. There's some light. Now we could try to plug in the AC. Okay, it beeped. Now let me see if I can remember how to use this thing. Let's see here. Power. And then I'm just gonna, ooh, baby. Yeah. There's cold air coming out of it already. Yes. I'm gonna just set that on 68. Chill this bedroom down. Then another thing, we always have like lanterns and flashlights and stuff. So now we got a little mobile light, because like I said, the power does go up and down a lot here. Wow. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. I could feel that cold air coming. So the cold air is coming in. The water's dripping into the bucket. The exhaust is going outside. So now I'm going to kind of just close off this room. So I'm going to close this door. And then we have one more job to do. Come on. So now we're straight. We're back. We got AC, which while it isn't essential, it's kind of nice to have in South Florida heat. We've got light. We can charge our phones. We have an outlet. We can use power now. We always have at least 10 gallons of drinking water on hand and weeks worth of canned foods because we live in a hurricane zone and that's the way it is. The last job I have is to fill up buckets of water for things like bathing, flushing the toilets, washing the dishes, any type of non-potable water usage. And the way I do that is I fire up my diesel pump out in the Grove, and I've got one sprinkler head that has a hose attachment, and I just fill up the buckets. But I can't show you how I do that because I've got 4 crews from Florida Power and Light out there working, and I would get the guys soaked. So I gotta wait until after they leave. But then again, after they leave, I might have electric again, so maybe it's a moot point. I apologize for the crappy shots. I apologize for the windy acoustics. We're still in the middle of this storm. I just thought y'all might like to see what we do when things go a little sideways here at the farm. And I want you to know how hard we work to bring avocados to you. And if you would like to buy some of our avocados, go to guacfarm.com. GUACFARM.com. Obviously, I got some more work to do. So while I go do that, you go to guacfarm.com and I will see you on the next video.